4 plays on that road, it was all rich. We ain't stopping to me and my niggas all rich. Boss talk, having real conversations with the OGs. Back and forth about the grams to the OZs. Boss talk, move just like a unit, cause we all one. Boss talk, and nigga ain't stopping till we all up. Boss talk, take a L and double back to make the team strong. Sacrifice to put my team on. Big dog shit, bitch, I'm off the leash, running back.
Somebody that's super dope, an entrepreneur, a mother, shit, the bag lady. Everybody use her for all the hosting and everything when it comes to St. Louis. One of the best in the game too, Princess Stormm.
What up?
What's up?
What up, dog?
And we got the super producer, entrepreneur. This nigga got all the rental cars. He be out here doing everything he can to get this thing popping for St. Louis, man. He help out every single person. Like, you don't not go to St. Louis and not talk to Ashley Booker. What up, though?
Hey, what's the damn deal?
And you know, you got Dirty, and you got the producer, the goddamn CEO, J-Bo, and then you got CEO Solo. That's what it is. So, how y'all doing today? What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm hanging, man.
Yeah, I'm blessed.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So, Princess Stormm, man, how did you get started into the whole radio game? Like, how did you get started?
I started off as an intern at Hot 104.1. I went to school for this, so I graduated from UMSL, University of Missouri, St. Louis. And it just kind of, everything fell in place. I never knew I wanted to do radio, like in real life. When I first went to school, like I'm a big education person, like I'm a big nerd at heart. Yeah. And I went to school to be a teacher. I wanted to be a preschool teacher. But the thing, y'all know the movie Bad Teacher or Bad?
Yeah,
so I would have been a bad teacher. If I would have been a teacher, like coming there drunk, like clothes from the same day, changing in my car, like I would have been terrible.
What made you just feel like you wanted to start supporting these artists? Like, a lot of people didn't do it.
So like, you know how people always be like, St. Louis a hating city, St. Louis hate this. Like, I didn't get that vibe or that energy or love when like I was coming up. So like, I don't have no like big homies or no big cousins or no uncles in this. Like, I kind of made my own name for myself and like had to pave my own way, right or wrong. And the people that I met like really supported me and fuck with me. Like, they didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they straight took me in, like, you my little sister, you my little homie, like, I'm gonna teach you, I'm gonna introduce you to people, and they just did that, you know what I mean? So I felt like when I was in a position to give back, I did the same thing, because it was like, why not? Like, they ain't hate on me, they did not show me love, why would I not show them love back, you know what I mean? So that's just kind of how I looked at it always.
What made you get into that whole producing and kind of just like A&R St. Louis? Like,
well, all right, to make a long story short, like literally, like I played music and instruments and all that type of thing, like when I was like a kid. Got good at sports, that same type thing, and then I kind of put it to the side. I went to Chaminade, kind of the same situation as her, like only black dude in my like graduating class at the time, whatever. Go from there, go to KU, play football. My coach gets fired, put in all this work, and he literally told me, he said, hey man, you're, the new coach comes in, he's like, you're not gonna play. I have these JUCO transfers in. He said, it's over with for you. So he said, but you can, obviously you can continue to play or whatever. And I said, well, nah, I mean, well, I'm like, shit, I really get to enjoy college because I feel like when people are, you know, collegiate athletes, it's like a full-time job, you know? And so I just quit, and then I was walking, and then the funniest story is that it was this guy who liked my girlfriend at the time, hated him the whole time I was there. For some reason we talked that day. He said, hey man, you know what's a music lab here? I said, what? And he said, bro, you know it's this new free software, man, it's called Fruity Loops, bro, you can just straight download that shit on your computer. And this was like back, like Fruity Loops 3, so I'm giving y'all my age type shit. Like, so I'm talking about like the early editions of Fruity Loops. Right. So I go there, and that's how to excel, then I get into college radio, then you know, start making a name for myself within that area. But then St. Louis starts to explode. So I'm like, I'm going home to try to make some shit shake. Right? That's correct, that's correct, yeah. And so like I came back here, and then, you know, I kind of found out that it was gonna be like a harder journey than I thought initially. And but I grind it, meaning that like, I mean, I work fast because I'm good with people. I'm like, I'm networking. Oh, hey, what's your name? Oh, you rap. I hear a person like mumbling in the back, and they could be doing. I was waiting tables at the time. They could be a cook. I said, oh, you rap? Oh, yeah. Beats. I got beats. Let's work. And so eventually, I ended up bumping into my production partner at Guitar Center, and I was like, yo. I told him I put the game on him. I said, bro, if all the guys here that are on had to come here. When they come here, you call me. I don't care what I gotta do. I'm gonna get out of my job, and I'm gonna get straight here, and we're gonna talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happened that Jay Quan was one of them people who was like at the Guitar Center looking at some shit, and you know, now he liked our beats, but then that wasn't really my end. My end ended up being like it was a guitar player named Floyd who was like doing like guitar work for them and a lot of producers around town. Right. I got with him, started making beats.
That's when you moved to LA?
No. This is where it's like, oh yeah, well, I'll get to it. But like St. Louis, it was like this. Boom, led me to Track Boys. Track Boys changed my life, put me in the game. Like Tar Capo, much love, like straight changed my life. Got me in the game. When things kind of dissipated here a little bit, then I moved to LA. Right. And then when I moved to LA, I got in with Music World, which was Beyonce's dad's company, and this guy named Max Goose. Yeah, Matthew Knowles and Max Goose. And they took on my management at the time. And so I got to be around like the early Beyonce. This is during a transitional time for her because it was a power struggle between, you know, Jay and her father at the time. Right. And then, you know, and my manager, Max Goose, he currently has Sweetie, but he was my manager during that time when I was in LA. And then from there, they let me back here to work with Nelly again. He had took a little bit of time off, started working with him again, found the artist, got him popping. But because I had made so many contacts in LA, song popped out there, every label's calling. And then the last label left standing was Island Def Jam, which at that time, Jermaine, right, Jermaine was a president of Island, and then you had LA at the other one. And so then, you know, we go through this whole process. Shakur was actually the A&R, God rest his soul. He was amazing to me. And he was the guy who was like, he was championing us, you know what I'm saying? And so they didn't choose my artist. Long story short, came back home. I'm defeated. I'm done with the music business at this point. Yeah. I'm like, I can do other things in my life. I done been through, at this point, a lot of things. And then Jermaine calls and says, hey, look, I know we didn't take y'all artists, right. But you know, I want to rock with you as a producer. Dupree, right? That is correct. Yeah. I'm sorry, with JD, Jermaine Dupree, like, and so it took me to Atlanta, and I couldn't believe it at that time that it was even him. I thought somebody was playing with me, and then I get down there, and then he really walk in the conference room and take the meeting, and I had this speech. I had prepared it the whole night. I was like, all right, man, look, I'll sweep the floors, I'll do this and this, I don't give a fuck, I'll go get coffee. I'm not going back to St. Louis, right? I am not going back. And so I said, I'm starting, and I'm like, all right, well, look, we're just trying. He said, look, man, stop. This is the deal, and that's just who he was, you know. And to this day, my brother, because he always believed in me, so, you know, I got nothing but love for him.
You put me in the room with him, so I already know what it is. Right? Yeah. It was just amazing for you to put me in the room with all the people. Like, you had me a part of a liquor company. Mm-hmm. I ain't even shot the name of them. Mm-hmm. Still got to cut the check. But you put me in the room with all types of people, man. And just any time I call you, you always come.
100%.
Come running.
100%.
Regardless.
100%.
So that's dope.
Oh.
I mean, it's kind of, she a gatekeeper here. She a gatekeeper here.
Hey, but so what you got to hear to you then, since they calling you this, and they said you was an entrepreneur, mother, and all of that. Mm-hmm. How do you balance all that and keep progress on projects?
That's dope.
So I honestly incorporate my son in my life. A lot of women, and y'all don't know because y'all men, but like a lot of women, we have to choose, like to cook dinner or to go out. We gotta to network or be at home and read a book. That's not my life. Like literally, my son has been at studio sessions, and only connect with the people that can respect me and my lifestyle also. So like, if I'm gonna come to your studio session, have enough respect not to have all these guns laying around my son.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I have enough respect for me to understand, like, I'm taking the time out of my day instead of being at home at 10 or 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night to be at the studio to listen to your album or to give you feedback or to bring somebody to the city to meet you. At least you can't not smoke a blunt for 20 minutes or go outside and smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Or ask me, is it cool before you just roll up and, you know what I mean? Things like that. Because my son has been in a studio session. He'd been at the radio station. He has been at concerts. If I got to go to the club, I'm parking at the front. I probably got my little sister in the car, my little brother in the car, my baby in the car. I'm not moving. I'm parking right here. If y'all want me to come here and do this, like, I don't choose. I mean, it's just real balance. It's really what it is. And I mean, like it goes.
You're almost like a mobile car wash.
I mean, but for real though, I mean, it's like that. I mean, I got my family that support me, you know, 100%. So I got that village. But I mean, at the end of the day, if Denero got to walk through a club for me to get something done, I need a security guard in front of me and in the back of me, and we finna get this done. I worked up until I had my son, literally 9 months pregnant. So
I think I first met you. It was at the pageant. It was I was doing doing a line for Metro, not Smino. It was Metro.
Okay.
And you was like, yo, why you ain't come to the radio station? I kept like, I'm asking Metro, like, yeah, nigga, why we ain't come to the radio station? Like you was gonna set that up. Like you are really the gatekeeper.
Thank you.
Like that shit crazy.
Yeah. I mean, before I had my son, I used to do a lot of grinding and a lot of stuff. I kind of scaled back just a little bit, and I just like plug people with other people because I am a mom. I try to just keep some type of balance, some type of schedule. I mean, but like I said, the city supported me, so I believe in supporting it back. And at the time, with so many changing leaderships, they gave me that free range to do what I wanted to do. Or they respected me enough that, like, she know the rules, she know how not to break them, or she know how to break it. And I mean, they just gave me that freedom.
Right.
You know, like they wasn't like, you can't do this, you can't do this. They gave me enough room to do what the hell I wanted to do. And if I did too much, they was like, all right, you fucked up, come back.
Yeah.
But nah.
You do voiceovers and all of that too?
Not for real.
You gonna do one for us? I tell you that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna send you an invoice on this way.
Just make sure the motherfucker
I'm just trying to No.
Nate out there.
No, he just left a couple months ago.
But
Nate is awesome. Nate is awesome.
Guy.
Nate was the first person that knew he was the second person that knew I was pregnant at the station. I cried like a baby. Because I call radio and media to the side I'm on boys club. Yeah. It's a lot of men, it's a lot of boys in this business. Like, I got to come to business meeting in a skirt, heels, or I got to show up still looking halfway girly, but get the job done. And, like, y'all don't know that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even a problem for y'all. That ain't a thought for y'all. For us, you got to put that extra thought behind it, but also respect for it, too. So, and I was brought up when I first started doing radio. It's two type of women in the industry. It's a bitch and a hoe. You can choose who you want to be, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. Yeah. You could be whatever. You get what I'm saying? You could be the best at whichever you choose, but you got to also own whatever you choose to do and get the job done. So I chose to be the bitch, of course. And I just make sure you get the job done. But I mean, you still got to do the same thing. You know what I mean? You got to network. You still got to talk. You got to connect. You got to make sure you do what you got to do.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
When you say you chose to be
the bitch.
Put that. All cap, put that bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's how women view other women in the industry and game and stuff like that. I mean, you cool with both sides of it. I mean, I'm gonna have to call somebody like, I need you to pull up real quick to meet somebody and do something.
That's what this nigga be on. Like, no lie, bro. Like, I literally got a call from who was that? Bombay. So Bombay called me. I'm like, how the fuck this nigga get my number? Like, this crazy. So he hit me, was like, yo, this Bond. I'm like, who the fuck is Bond? I was like, nigga, this is live. So he hit me, it was like, I want to use your studio. I'm like, all right, cool. So I was like, let me call my cousin so I can let him know who coming to the studio. And he's like, who is your cousin? And he was like, I was like, J-Bo. And he was like, J-Bo, let me just call him. So I called him. I'm like, hey, Bombay, he looking like, you talking about my homeboy? I'm looking like, so your homeboy is Bombay. Like, this is crazy. This just goes to the strength of like how much power when it comes to this industry. It's all like about respect and power. Who got the most power?
In relationships. This
In
man got
relationships.
relationships.
Let me say
This
this
man
too,
got
bro.
relationships with
Well,
everybody.
yeah.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
still, those
That's what it
relationships
is.
built off power. I'm
Yeah.
just being honest with you.
And let me say
Regardless.
this too. It's like this too. When real gonna recognize real
Yep.
at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You come around, you know, you gonna have the cappers. You gonna have the motherfuckers that's sitting back.
Yeah.
You gonna have the motherfuckers that just lightly walking around and just look-a-hooing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Real gonna recognize real. Ain't nobody talking to too many people that's talking too much. You meet me the first time we had a big party, you sitting there in my motherfucking ear for 45 minutes.
I'm probably not
I'm
gonna
trying to
talk
get
to
the
you
fuck
no more.
away from you.
Oh God.
Absolutely.
You feel
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You sound like that nigga like, hold on, I ain't finished.
Probably like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
You
motherfucker.
feel what
yeah.
I'm
No, I know
saying?
exactly. I know exactly.
But be a real guy. I'm gonna give you a story. It was me, him, it was Big Meech, it was Bun B. We was all on the elevator
That's
coming
play.
in down the switch.
That's
Bun just looking at me. I had the pro mod on like this. Pimp C was locked up. I say, man, why you keep looking at me? We was on one too, you know.
Right.
He say, man, you look just like my partner. You wear your hat like that, your beard cut like that, your glasses cut like. I said,
Damn.
oh, okay. I was like, cause I was just sitting there like, man, why this
Damn,
nigga
I can.
keep staring at me?
Yeah.
Not
You know
enough.
what I'm saying?
Not
But
enough.
we was younger, bro. This was like in
Yeah.
04,
Yeah, not how
05,
yeah,
you know
no, I
what
can
I'm
see that
saying?
for sure.
So,
Yeah.
so it's like, but he was never a rowdy guy.
Yeah,
Always
sure.
laid back.
Yeah.
Always laid back.
Yeah, that's all he wanted. He came down here. What did he take about 30 minutes to record and
They just did like some
Hooks.
left and gave us a bag for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's dope. Like, I know you done interviewed so many superstars. Everybody come to the city, you interview them. That's amazing. Like, how do you feel? Do you ever get starstruck at all?
No, I only been starstruck once.
Who?
You gotta tell the
Talk
story.
that shit. Who?
Okay, it's a bad vibe. This is my I didn't even do the interview. I was like grouped out too. It was only over Meek Mill. That was the only
That's dope.
starstruck, grouped out moment I had. I came to work like super sexy.
It's all right. It's all right. I mean, but
They was
it's
like, Storm, absolutely fucking not get out the studio.
but that's your job, though. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying, as long as you don't get, yeah.
She was trying to let that baby be by him. She wanted that baby to be by him.
No, that was the only grouped out moment I ever had.
It
in
sounded
my
like you
whole-
had a fake worm that day.
Shut up. So that was the only time. But this is like early in my career. Like my hair was still black when I first started there. I don't even think I had the name Storm yet. Instagram was probably out for a month. Like it was so early on when this
Right.
first happened. But
What was your wackest interview?
August Alsina?
August, I seen it.
Or I don't know. It's a bunch of them.
Damn.
Or
Hey, pick on the sick guy.
aw,
Look at that hit.
Boom, boom.
All right, so fuck it. So let's go back in that. What did you feel about
he was disrespectful.
the slap? No, I don't care about
that-
what August did with Jada. Jada wrong in that.
I thought you was gonna say why he was away.
A nigga gonna be a nigga regardless, but Jada wrong in that situation. So what
Jada
you
is the queen of queens at the moment. What do you mean?
All right.
fuck all
Hey,
that.
I'll take this off.
I gotta go. So what you think about the slap?
So I feel like media is fake in a sense. Everything at them award shows, they place people here. You sit here.
He did, but I don't think he gonna
Yeah, but
gain
he's
back, though.
a
Fucking
multi-millionaire.
Will
He
Smith.
don't care.
Like,
yeah.
but the thing about it,
It's
like,
principle at this point, though.
Yeah.
Right?
it's not
Oh,
even
God.
Say principle?
He decided to step away before they did all the things. He probably lost a couple endorsements, something else, but most of these deals already signed through for
Yeah.
2, 3, 4 years. Y'all can't pull out. These checks already cut.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, me not making a movie for 4 years, no problem. I'm finna go overseas. I mean, I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like
Nah,
me
it
not
was
make.
just he was just banned from the Oscars, but it
Wait,
was
No,
a
but
guy
they
came-
started
No.
pulling. They
No,
started
but listen
Yeah,
to
they
this.
did,
But
but they
listen to
said
this
it was
though.
a guy
He's
come
Will
on.
Smith. He is known for having these jaw-dropping movies, these tear-dropping
Yeah.
reaction, whatever. He can go and sit back for 5 or 6 years and not make anything, like he has been doing his whole career, and come out with a movie about the slap, about his life, why he did it, what he was going through, a mental breakdown, and how the whole world shook.
Right.
Yeah, it was a producer
And get
that
Oscars
came
after
out.
that. After y'all done made me for 5 years.
Hey, it was one of them big producers that came out right
This
after
man
that
is
said,
a-
man, I'm still willing to work with him.
Hell yeah, man. He Will Smith, bro. I
he's
would have
still,
slapped the fuck out of that nigga if
he
it was my
is,
wife.
he is, he
Oh,
is,
God. I would have whooped his ass.
I think he
I'm just saying, like,
overreacted.
It would have been
but-
bad.
It might have been
No,
let him
overreacted.
talk
to
about
the
my
T
wife,
word.
bro.
Yeah.
He should have met
was-
him in the back.
Oh yeah, because
It'd
we
be a
grown.
bad
Yeah,
day.
we grown.
Thank
I think he should have met
There
him
it
in the
is.
back.
See,
There
that's
it
the
is.
politic way,
There
man.
it
You
is.
ain't really.
I
Yeah,
know.
It don't
I
look
thought the
real.
shot was fake.
It don't look real.
Yeah.
Nah, it
But I'm
don't.
gonna tell y'all
That
something.
nigga walked up like
Yeah.
And
And then this is my thing is this.
And then where's security? Y'all sending me a walk on stage. I'm
Now,
just sitting there.
That's where
Right.
that's where it has to be fake because you talk about the
they the top of it,
Oscars.
it'd be a
You talk
whole
about that's the
nother
most
story.
highest security probably event in LA,
Yeah.
right?
But don't act like black on black. We're going to see
No,
the
they
No, fuck all
That's hey, but hey, here we go. This is
If-
great right here.
I'm gonna give
that
flavors of
and what he was talking about the
anybody.
music business, the same thing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Boom.
negativity
There it is.
sells.
Well, no, they want us to be.
This is what really happened. They told
You feel me?
this
All
out.
right.
We got something on your podcast, right? We got something.
Oh, God.
You go up there and fake slap Chris.
You know they got something on this
this. Or be exposed.
That actually sounds right.
Hey, look,
But go
even though you said that,
on God, it
tell
does.
you,
What
bro.
up?
it's one animated cartoon that I love.
What's that?
But what we talking about is the motherfucking exact thing what you said. Boondock
Oh,
Saints.
100%. Yeah.
The
100%.
Boondocks.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
100%.
That shit the best shit I done seen.
Because it's on
but
both sides.
It give us so much negativity with Lil Riley. Man, fuck that and all that. Lil Riley was off the chain, you feel me? And then you got the grandpa, like he don't know what's going on
Right.
and shit. That's what's happening in our neighborhood.
Absolutely,
You know, but we
100%.
sit there and we'll watch that
100%.
shit. Only because we can relate, kinda.
100%.
You know
Because
what I'm
it has to be
saying?
based
And
off
they-
of
and
the
they
shit we can
capitalizing
adapt
off
to
of
and relate
Right.
to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
most definitely.
you're absolutely correct.
Even the drill rap. A lot of us can relate to that.
100%. 100%.
Come
That's
up
why
in
it
the
works.
bad
Y'all know where
areas
drill
and
rap
stuff.
came from?
Go.
London.
Oh yeah.
UK.
Exactly.
dope.
So that's not even us. That's not even our swag. That's
Right.
something that we just kind of took.
And we do it
and
great.
Which I think is hard,
We do
but
it real good.
I don't know if we can say we did that because they doing stuff over there we just don't know about.
No, they
we
really
don't
do.
watch. They
You
news
probably
and we
do.
don't know.
Hey,
I have
and
a,
then you say the UK, the 21 Savage. It's like,
But
He's really from
he
there.
He's from there.
But no, but he Atlanta.
Yeah.
He Atlanta
That's my
product.
favorite. That's my favorite rapper.
He still look. It's
my
like this. It's
favorite
like this.
rapper.
If I was born,
Oh, God.
right, if I was born in London, but then I was raised in St. Louis since I was like 9 or 10.
but wasn't they saying something about they was sending them back? or
Yeah, he
something?
might not have his visas and all that.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
I
I mean,
got
or
He
his
can get married,
his.
so he can
Yeah,
still
yeah,
his
he
way.
gonna get married. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
but
probably
I'm
working
saying,
out right
he,
now.
He don't do it as good as the ones that's here though.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like your Lil Durks, like your Lil Baby,
Durk.
like your King Von, like your Pooh Shiesty.
Ah.
Like he don't
say-
do it
he say
as
21?
good.
What do you mean he don't do
I
as
love
good?
I think
21.
21
I'm just
is
saying.
cold.
I love
man.
21.
Woo.
Hey, bro, I'm a 21
Yeah.
fan, but I'm just saying, like, it seems as though, like,
21.
like the speed on it is getting.
I
a
know
little bit-
you kind of like in the bounce it, but
Yeah,
honestly,
the
but
bounce.
let's
Exactly.
talk about Lil Durk. How long he been doing this? Let's all
Couple
talk about
years.
it. And we talk about a decade. A
Well,
decade of being
I'm just
on
saying,
type shit.
He been older. He just been in jail.
He
in and
probably
out
been
of
doing
jail.
music for like 15
No,
years.
no. I'm rapping.
Oh no, a decade.
Learn
Oh
this.
God.
Probably like 15 plus years.
15, right?
Plus.
I'm talking about
Okay.
being on though, like after deal, like
Yeah.
boom, you're inked, and then like you have a
He
deal.
been had a deal since his first song came out on the
Yeah, like it was like
deal.
I want to say like 12 or
Y'all know this better than
16,
me.
17,
Okay.
something like
I
that.
listen to
no,
R&B.
this ain't what you want when that come out. Like it had to be
He
12.
wasn't 12.
Yeah.
No,
That's when
I'm not
he had
even
his
12 years
haircut.
old.
In
I'm
2012?
saying
That was
in
a
2012,
haircut.
right?
Yeah,
Like
that's
around
a
there.
small
Okay.
haircut.
I feel like
Yeah.
maybe
2012, 2013,
yeah.
something like
He
that.
been doing it for like 15 plus years. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But
Alright.
now he's finally.
He's not even there,
I
but
got you.
But he has no. I'm still
relax.
very. Hey, listen.
you're
listen.
pushing it.
Nah,
So
listen.
who is there that you feel?
We don't.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Yeah.
I might
Let's go.
have to cigar for this one.
Yeah, right. Right CEO solo cigar.
You
By the
first.
way, yeah,
Um,
it's a great
what
cigar.
I'm giving y'all one person
Nah, a couple. Nah, yeah. Give me your top 5
right now, or
Yeah.
just in general.
right now.
Lil Baby, Fabio. You ain't hear me?
She said
I like
what?
Fabio.
Have you heard Fabio album? Come on, don't do
Yeah, I
that.
like Fabio.
They did that. Though.
Man, listen,
did.
all them samples
I'm not. I
and all
can't
that.
even. I can't.
Stop it. We talked about this the other day, Ashley.
I know. I can't lie.
Who else is somebody? Rappers or singers?
Both.
Her.
Hers.
Mm.
Oh yeah. She coming in a couple of
We
weeks.
going.
I'm gonna pick two
I
females
wanna
as the
go
last
there.
one
I'll
because
go
I
to
pick
that.
girls.
I'll go to that.
And I'm gonna pick Nicki and City Girls.
City Girls, my
Or I could pick Mulatto, City Girls. Which one?
Mulatto the shit.
Yeah.
I ain't even lie. I like Mulatto.
Yeah,
She
so that's my
definitely
five.
sounded up.
Who you think? Kay?
Mulatto album was kind of, but
She got like 3
I've been
songs
knowing her
that
for
I
a very
thought was
long
cool.
time, and I've seen the growth. And
I've
it's
seen the
really
growth.
dope.
That's
Okay.
fair enough.
Like I
seen the
have
growth.
known
I know
her
she was
before
like a young girl.
the
I know.
deal. I have
Yeah.
known her like rap game,
Yeah, rap
and
game.
then even like after that she came back with one song. So like her growth and like she a really nice person. She like
Yeah.
really dope. So yeah.
She's always in my conversation as far as emerging.
Who your
Yeah,
top?
who you think?
Yeah, so
Top who right now?
Yeah, 5.
Oh, here we go. All the people he produced.
I mean,
I'll be fair today because we on a podcast. I'm gonna say
No, don't be fair.
no, not fair in that way. I'm talking about
right.
fair, like we'll talk about artists, these listeners. But trust me, hey, Gusto is coming, y'all, and it's gonna be crazy.
Gusto top 5 then. Damn, that-
He the
Gusto-
fifth one.
Yeah, you
All right, let's talk that.
Yeah, that
we're
we
gonna
go.
go. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'll go Drake.
Drake.
Emerging.
Oh, you said. Oh, we talking
Come on,
about
stop.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I think you
yeah.
said top 5 artists right now.
No.
Okay,
We
I'm sorry,
talking about
emerging. She's correct. Okay, I would say then emerging acts. I would say. Let me see, who do I like? Obviously, you got to go with Baby. You got to go with Da Baby. You got to go. I know.
Can we
people
say
do it.
Baby is already there though?
But that's still he's only been in the game for like 3 years.
Da
4
Baby?
years.
But ain't nobody shot up like
Okay,
that.
okay,
You
okay.
think Da Baby?
Lil
Nah, Lil Baby.
Oh.
The baby.
No, Lil Baby's still getting started. Y'all
They
can
all
do
getting
that.
started.
Yeah, Lil Baby.
Yeah, but I'm just
Lil
saying.
Baby ain't
Hey,
been in
look.
the game for.
Hey, look.
maybe
over-
Okay, how about
years.
this? How about this? Where I gotta go? Ghana? Like where I gotta go?
I'm just saying, Lil
I
Baby
like
went,
Ghana.
look,
I like,
over the whole COVID pandemic, Lil Baby went from probably 75 grand to 400.
But guess what though?
'Cause he
You know
could-
why? Hey, but I'm gonna tell you why.
With no vis-
No, I'm gonna
with-
tell you
with
why
just
though. I'm gonna
vis-
tell you why. I can tell you exactly why. Because during that time, no new artists could emerge.
Yeah. Right.
How we gonna break a new act? We can't go to the club. We can't break a song. We can't do shit. We can't even put artists on a promo run. That actually happened to us. Like I actually lived it to where it was like, damn, we did our deal, and then I'm like, no, we ain't gonna shut the world down.
Y'all
they
did
shut that
get a
motherfucker down.
deal around that time.
Motherfucker, it was
shit.
the fucking. It was in. It was
Damn.
literally the fall of 19.
I think I met you. I think I came over your house.
You
and
came
did
over and I
that
told
for
you. I was like, bro, we did a deal.
not getting personal, but how did that affect you?
I mean, it just rerouted things. I don't want to ever look at things in a bad
I
time
ain't gonna lie, that
because
shit helped
to
me.
be real, yeah, because I'm not gonna
Fake
say the pandemic was like a bad thing for myself. Like
Yeah.
financially, I made out, and then I would say that during that time I had more time to kind of develop and do the
Yeah.
things I needed to do
True.
with the acts that I was working with at the time.
True.
But now, if you talk about on the flip side of it, like what did it do to the record? It stopped everything. I mean, we had radio crews out here, it's playing all over the damn country. It's going on, and so it halted everything, and then the music industry was scared, so everybody got scary.
Right.
So, and trust me, the music industry gets scary, the money stopped.
The money
Yeah,
stops.
that's right.
They never
That's
seen it before.
Yeah, they're like,
This never happened.
has anybody
what I'm saying, that's
like
why.
did some shit where it's like, damn, they shut down the financial market, like for real? Because I literally was on some conference calls, and I would literally interrupt and be like, they're not gonna shut down the financial system.
Right.
And they straight shut down, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up forever. I'm just gonna sit back, you know what I'm saying? Because clearly I don't know what these people, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
whatever. I just live with it.
Shit.
I make my way in it.
During COVID, I opened up 3 studios.
Man, COVID was a good thing in a way of,
Yeah.
I think it gave everybody self-reflection, but it also, we lost years. So even when we had these conversations about like, who's an emerging artist, who the fuck is? Because
Right.
really it's kind of weird because it's like, all right, well, some of the artists who you would kind of deem as an emerging artist, they might have been going before COVID, but then I feel like we kind of had this 2-year gap.
That's why if they still
In time.
doing stuff now, that's why they should be in your top 5.
Okay, well then, all right.
Talk
That's
that
why it's
shit.
hard for me because I'm like, okay, I'm
It's
trying
not
to
hard.
think.
Pick people.
Okay,
What are we basing it
There
off
go the
of?
Storm. There go the Storm.
I'm about to get.
What are we basing it off of?
Okay, we're basing it off of this. I
COVID
would say-
happened. You had a deal where
Okay.
you was moving.
Well, if you
and
if you was moving before that, I feel like you already had a leg.
or
up.
if you surpassed people that was moving.
Who surpassed anybody who's been moving during that time?
I don't know.
All right, fuck
Exactly.
that. Who your top producers? 5. Give me 5.
Right now.
Right now.
I'm screaming.
Ashley Booker, J-Bo,
J-Bo,
Ashley Booker,
Ashley.
J-Bo, Ashley Booker, J-Bo.
and Ashley
No,
Booker.
no. He go to bounce. We got Dials. Like, hey, anybody who's like fucking with the family, though, we here. But yeah, that type shit.
Yeah.
Now, who else? Like, what else y'all thinking? Like, I feel like personally, well, artists. Now you gotta go deeper back to the artists.
Hey, let me say this to you.
Yes.
She ain't got nothing to do with your opinion.
Man, fuck both of y'all.
This is why this is good. Hey, let's just but tell me why I can't say, because honestly, if y'all gonna talk about Dirk, but shit, Dirk done been out for like a decade.
But you put him in your
But
emergency.
he wasn't like.
He's not emerging.
I
I had to put Drake in there. I got to put everybody in
you don't
there.
think
Jay
Drake is
surpassed
dead?
before COVID.
Drake.
So did Dirk. Dirk was already there.
Before COVID?
Before
Yes.
COVID?
No, you pushing it.
I don't know, dog.
That's
Not before
shady.
COVID.
Give me some kind of close.
Let him have his answer if that's what he wants.
Hey, what
Because
you think?
he would argue with me.
Was Dirk
He would
there
argue me till I was
before?
blue in the face
Oh, no,
about the damn Dirk.
Dirk wasn't popping this hard before.
What he had with Days Low? I
love
listening
it.
to that.
That one with him and King Von. That one with
Yo,
him
check
and
this
King
out.
Von right before COVID was starting to really take off.
Vaughn. Vaughn. All you saw was that shit on
Yeah,
TikTok.
that mother was really
like,
starting to take off.
Nobody knows that song except that little part.
Okay, well, how about this?
That's why I don't count.
Yeah,
Let me really sit here and just.
'Cause that was my
Okay,
focus
who y'all
song.
top 5?
Yeah,
You
y'all
don't
go,
get
and
that
then
no
maybe y'all can get me.
shit.
Get my mind going.
Lil Baby. I think.
Did I say that?
Yeah, of course, Lil Baby. 21.
Yeah.
Me personally.
21 been out though. Right?
Yeah.
You feel like he
I
emerged?
feel like he
now.
married after that whole.
I feel like he
the
done got a little
citizen
bit
shit,
going.
That's what turned him up.
Now,
That's
to
what
me,
I feel.
before COVID, 21 was hot.
21 was hot, but the
That's what I was at before COVID.
Yeah.
the citizen shit
on
helped
fire.
him out.
He was on fire
Helped him,
before
bro.
COVID.
When he almost went back to wherever he was supposed to go, that
I
helped
think
his
that's when
career.
he slowed down, though.
That's his 5. Let him, come on, keep going. I don't
Yeah.
hear from everybody.
Yeah, I guess we can't.
And
We
then
can't.
fuck
We gotta
that.
let people
I'm,
have it. Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna add a producer in there because I can do that. Metro. Metro really is.
Because he is an artist. Because he puts out his own projects.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I have nothing to say.
Respectfully.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's
Now
all
go
I
ahead.
got. Shit, I was stuck there. Except you and J-Bo shit.
Y'all ain't never been to a radio
And myself, motherfucker.
Now, see, hey,
Who
y'all got to spare me, man, because I'm 50.
Nah, ain't no
Fuck
sperm.
the Spurs,
Ain't no
But I'm
man.
tell y'all who I
So,
like, guys.
tell
Let
me
me tell
who you
y'all
like.
who I like.
Because honestly, sometimes I
Get my
I'ma
blood
take-
boiling.
I already know it now. I already know who I want. Go ahead, go.
All right, I like
I got
Pooh
it now.
Shiesty.
Yep, I like him.
I like ESG. That's his
TG.
name. ESTG.
Oh,
Yeah, I
no.
like that little dude.
That's how you say that.
I like little 42 Doug too.
4-2.
I do too.
I met that
Yeah, I
nigga
like
here.
little 42
Came here.
Doug.
Okay.
Who else?
Okay, now
I
this
love Lil Durk.
DMF bro.
You like Lil Durk?
Yeah, I like Lil Durk.
Okay.
Yeah, Lil Durk get busy. And but before Lil King Von died, I was kind of on his stuff
like him.
because
Yeah.
I had a poker song that I stick my earplugs in,
Yeah.
and that King Von and Lil
Oh,
Durk.
man.
Hey man, let me tell you something, man.
Yeah.
I'm going all in with that shit.
No.
Put all the money in that motherfucker.
Listen.
As soon as they get the boom,
Now that Vine.
you know,
is crazy.
so you know, that's because I could relate.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit, I be like, damn, did that boy just say that? He too young to say that, you know? But it's like they from different areas. So their areas a little bit more advanced than what we came through, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I can relate, being though I'm older, my exposure was a little bit there already. So when they say shit, I'm sitting there like, oh, these little boys, you're getting it. And I'm gonna tell you another little group.
He got the best. He got the best list right now.
I'm telling you another little group,
Fuck
man,
you.
that ain't really hot like that.
Yeah.
but it's them boys down in Jacksonville, Florida, man.
Which ones are they called?
What was the little guy that did the little video on the golf course?
Oh, you talking about God damn.
You know who I'm talking about? Cause them boys down there beefing real
Yeah,
bad.
bad. Well,
Who was it?
What's the one with the golf course?
Key Glock.
Nah, Key Glock in Memphis.
Key Glock, nah.
Glock 9 maybe.
Them
Was that
little
Glock 9
boys
that shit
down
on the
there
golf
getting it,
course?
boy.
Was a Glock 9 on one of them? Like, yeah.
But yeah, but so that just tell you, I've been listening to a little of that, what they call
Damn,
that
he
drill rap,
must.
man.
How he
I
gonna
ain't
have
even
a better
that damn
list?
hip.
My list is great. I don't know what you said.
three of
We
them,
said
but you know.
emerging.
He just named real emerging artists. These are real.
I ain't never heard of them motherfuckers. I ain't even cap. But I listen to R&B though.
Yeah, he cold blooded.
What who y'all listen to?
He can't name them for real.
That's his name. ESTG, my list.
Yeah, ESCG. See, and I I need to get it like a little.
He got 2 albums at least, don't he?
What?
Man, it's since the, you talking about since the pandemic?
Pandemic.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
So
bring him to St. Louis.
Of course, you know Lil Baby.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Dirty
yeah.
Mom,
Yeah.
1-2 punch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean you can't lose with that.
Now, of course, I had ESTG. It's this dude, the Gucci Man got called Big Wall Dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he dope.
It's a
I think-
lot more. But I will go with Doug.
Ain't none of y'all niggas pick no females. I just want y'all to know that.
I don't really. Hey, and I'm gonna give y'all another one right now.
shut up.
That little motherfucker, MBZ.
And Easy
Oh
Live.
my god.
Yeah, little MBZ gonna be getting
Nah,
it in a
MBZ,
minute.
nah,
Boy,
nah, he
get
cold
the
blooded.
boy.
He
I
called
got
blooded.
one female that I know. That's emerging.
Tell me.
Cali.
Okay. Yo, Callie, or
She actually got a record with JR. That's I know her.
Tell you.
Emerging.
from Atlanta to Cali, or you talking about? Okay.
She's from Cali, but she in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I know you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, City Girl's my top though when it comes to females.
What about? Was
Who's your list?
I put money
Who's your
money
list?
bag in there?
I'll say money.
You think
Money bag.
Moneybag could be an emerging.
That could be emerging, right?
I ain't gonna sell.
That's what I
money.
was saying.
Money
Money
bag.
bag is mine.
I like money
Money
bag,
bag,
but it
money
seems
bag.
to me, it seems like
Money
money
bag.
bag.
You don't really go.
Baby to me.
Yeah, like baby, money
Me
bag.
myself, man.
Okay, yeah.
Money,
okay.
money bag.
Me
That was a
myself,
good
I
one.
think
That was a
money
good
bag
one.
slowing down.
What?
We
Oh.
coming to the city.
He just literally
That's
just
because
dropped
you
the
over here listening to
project.
King Von and Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah,
Wait till the new
yeah.
stuff comes.
Got that Kodak
That's how
Black.
music fans
Not
are
yet.
now.
I like
Not
Kodak
yet.
Black too.
Kodak,
Oh,
cool.
Kodak,
I
but
love
Kodak
it.
been around for a long
It
time.
seemed
though,
like
too.
Kodak's
true,
finna do the Lil Wayne.
You think?
That's what it
Kodak
seemed like to
understands the
me.
game, so he not.
Yeah, and I ain't got no problem with that,
Yeah.
but it seemed like Kodak finna do the Lil Wayne.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you what Kodak got that most artists don't have.
Yeah.
He and I don't know if it's like if he's trying to do it or if it's just an innate thing or whatever. He understands how to make formulaic records.
Exactly, yeah.
So therefore, he don't
Meaning
miss.
what?
So formulaic meaning that he knows how to always kind of make a joint that is going to always kind of do well.
So you hear a commercial
Because
rapper.
He always kind of nurse rhymey. He
He a
just
commercial
knows how
rapper.
to. He commercial.
So
yeah.
in other words,
So that's
say some
perfect.
shit,
Yeah.
don't nobody understand what the hell he's saying.
But it's how he says
He lives
it.
in a moment.
Is that, you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying about that? Yeah.
Cause I'll be
remember
like,
that song?
hold
It's
it,
a
man, let me
easy,
go
it's a
back.
easy.
Everything he do is just always kind of like moving,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
to
like-
where I'm like, yo, like the dude really don't miss because he always. He might miss on a bunch of records, but eventually gonna hit one.
Alright,
And
fuck it.
another thing
It's like
too, why I
OT
think he finna do that.
Nah,
Lil
he's not
Wayne,
OT Genesis. We
It's
can't do that.
cause
But OT Genesis do be
whoever
hit,
got
he
hold
hit.
to him when he got out of jail,
Yeah.
it's like, look, bro, if you do this like this, you ain't gonna never have to
Never.
worry about nothing again.
So
Cause I'm gonna
true.
tell you, to me, like, who made it so fast, and to me, I only had maybe a couple of hits, and that was ASAP Rocky.
ASAP.
And then he got with the right woman.
He just got locked
And
in,
he just
right?
he overrated.
But-
Yeah, it's in fashion too, right?
That's
Yeah.
why he kind of
and that's-
stayed
that's-
relevant. Correct.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
correct.
Like, he only had a couple of hits, but that motherfucker hit it so fast and got that money.
Right.
It's like, I still don't even know why he got money.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, like a lot of times in
Right.
the music business, like
He
when you
getting
start to
money.
understand like the economics, depending on like a real hit record, if he has some like hits, and he took it and he leveraged his brand. Because honestly, at the end of the day, this is a brand building business.
Correct.
We say it's a music business, but it's a brand building business. If your brand big, guess what? You can make money off that motherfucker forever. You can just keep doing other different things, and then you can put out whatever kind of music, just kind of feed the fan base that you do have. But then the thing is, really, like, it's about how big a brand is. He popped out. He had, I do know this for a fact, around that time, he had a camp. He had an extreme budget. When they did his deal, he was a New York artist. They put a lot of money into him, and they made his brand big and polarizing. And then they were shooting them cool videos. And then obviously, then he kind of transitioned how cool he dressed and shit into fashion and all that shit. And so his brand was there. So it's just like, he was like, A$AP Rocky, when you have a song out. Oh, A$AP Rocky, A$AP Rocky. You know what I'm saying?
Because when he did, I forget what commercial he did, but it was one of them big white corporations.
Oh man, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure he done every damn thing.
No, it was something bigger than
Sprite. Was it some fashion shit or
I think it was
Gap
fashion shit.
Probably Gap or something.
I mean, probably Chanel.
Probably Chanel.
I think
He did stuff for Vogue. He did stuff for everything.
And when I seen that, I was like,
maybe Dior.
Dior.
He said Dior.
Because then you got to think about it. Most rappers just got into fashion. It wasn't cool to be into fashion. Maybe jewelry, maybe cars, maybe girls, maybe, but fashion wasn't priority for rappers, quote unquote, especially male rappers. That was like a female thing to care about how you look or what you got on, you know. So for him to only care about what I'm wearing, that's like, oh, come here. You know. And he looked how he looked too. It ain't like, pretty boy. I mean, he's a pretty boy, but you know what I mean? It ain't like, pretty boy. You brown skin, you got hair, you tall, you muscular. It's like, oh, come on, do this.
Yeah, they be hating on light skinned niggas.
I knew that was coming when I said that.
Fuck all that shit.
You know what I'm saying? I can do all that.
They be hating on
shit
y'all.
right
I know they do.
You hear me?
I hear you.
About
You ain't got no light skinned nigga talk like me with a gray beard like
Period.
You ain't motherfucking shit.
that. You hear what I'm saying?
To the side, goddamn it, I'm
I feel you.
This is called my signature.
Oh God, the hat and cigar. I think that's dirty right there. It just needs to be light.
You hear me?
Nah, that's me. Fuck it. Hey, so how hard is it getting on the radio for like an artist that's trying to get on the radio? Like, what steps do they got to take?
I do think it's hard. And the reason I say that is because the game has changed so much. So we just don't worry about, a hit record. You gotta have like the actual package.
You don't?
What's the actual package?
I mean, exactly. Thank you, J-Bo. You feel me? Like, we did this thing, the STL playlist, a while back, right?
Yeah.
And I used to be so confused because, like, this is gonna tell you how invested I am in this. Fuck you, Ashley. So this is what it is, right? Let's say the STL playlist is from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And whoever DJ is on at the time, I'm just gonna use Cristal. Cristal play 31 records.
Right.
I like to do research, so I go in the back end and we see what songs he played. I heard the mix, I know the songs, and it only shows that we played 2 songs from 9 into 10. Why the hell? You feel me?
Damn.
Why the hell did y'all play these other songs?
Right.
So now I'm angry because St. Louis artists don't have their business together. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have a budget for it. Everybody don't have this. But at some point, if you're pushing a record and working a record and it's been out longer than 6 months, go register your song. You know what I mean? Because for us, that doesn't look good. For an hour, I only played 2 songs and technically played 31 or 30 whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Because you don't need a minute 20, a minute 45 to get hit to say artists came across the airwaves and
29 songs wasn't ready.
You feel what I'm saying? And then imagine the next week he played 35. You play a hook or something. Still don't get picked up. So I'm now like steaming.
Right.
Don't play none of these people's stuff who ain't registered. Now everybody in a frenzy. Because now I want to set rules and regulations. But you have to because you got to weed out who's serious and who not, because it's a business, like you just said. We're not in this for glitz and glamours and looks. If that's the problem, I can go pick everybody who's popping just to do it.
Perfect situation. Fully loaded.
Fully loaded, yeah. Like
on hot, but guess what? We had to do everything.
No lie, literally
on fire.
And we did it.
I sat down here while J-Bo, JR, and JR manager was sitting in here, figuring out how to get this song registered. They finally did it the right way. I didn't make it to the meeting that y'all had, but I sat there and watched them do that shit, and I was like, damn, it's just crazy that nobody did that at first. Cause literally,
But ask yourself why they didn't do that. Not even the artists, the people that was playing the
that was
records.
around. Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, why you ain't tell these people that?
Yeah, but some people don't want it. That's the
That's
thing
the
about
problem.
St. Louis.
That's
St.
the
Louis,
problem. So I'm gonna tell y'all.
we so talented,
Get this
but
right.
we don't want to help each other. Or is it that we don't know how to help each other? That's the problem. We don't know how to help each other.
I feel like, I mean, you may not know how, but you go. I mean, if you want to help people, you gotta
You
figure
gonna
it
help
out.
him. Like this
Yeah.
nigga, he been helping me for years.
Yeah.
To the point where like, it makes sense. And now this nigga helped me.
Yeah.
You helped me. He helped me. Regardless, like, if I push out an artist, I gotta really believe in them. Like,
Yeah.
I done managed hella artists that did not have their shit together, but I'm teaching them the game.
And I think it's cool. And I
Yeah.
hate to say that for people not to have their shit together, but if you're around 30 people or 12
Somebody gotta
people,
know.
somebody need to be the nerd.
Somebody
Somebody
gotta
need to have a camera. Somebody need to have a computer over here taking notes.
Give everybody
if
a
everybody
job.
over here just chilling, like, take
We'll
half of
need-
the people away from you.
Yeah.
Everybody's
What is it
supposed
for?
to have a job.
You feel what I'm saying? And like,
I like that.
I mean, that's really, I tell people this. Like, we have had a bunch of people come and have meetings and I told them this. And they look at me like I'm crazy, but that's actual advice. You know what I'm saying? I said, don't make this your homie no more, not to kick it with them. Just don't take them to places where it's important.
Well, it's important.
You know what I mean? Because you need
some.
somebody. I mean, okay, I'm not like the gangsters, you know, but you need somebody that's like the shooter. Then you need somebody that's like the nerd. This person's been over taking notes, write down what I said, do or
Right.
what you need to work on, or looking at your analytics. Then somebody else could be out kicking with you in the videos. Everybody ain't meant to be that person. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of STL artists understand that.
That's the difference between a circle and a
There
square.
it is.
A circle and a square.
That's the difference
But like, no
between
lie.
a circle and a square. Your circle gonna stay small.
Yeah.
Your square get big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, but that's something I realized, you know what I mean? Like, learning more and loving more, falling in love with radio. Like I said, I didn't know I was going to do this, so I done learned a lot within these 10 years. And when I discovered that, I was just so confused.
Yeah.
And Chriselle, like, they all ready. So I'm like, bro, they not. You know what I'm saying? Then I go talk to the PDs or I go talk to other DJs. And now I'm on a hunt to see who music actually we playing and what makes sense. And my thing is, and I tell any mixer that ever worked for us, they know this, I'm not gonna back you if you play somebody that's from out of town. I'm gonna only back you if you play somebody from St. Louis. So if you ever playing your homeboy because they out of town and they hot out of town, I don't care about that. I want you to play somebody that's hot in St. Louis. You know what I mean? If we in radio and we can play a Jay-Z record and it's trash, why can't I play somebody from St. Louis?
Yeah, for sure. As long as they got their shit
I was
together.
ballsy enough to say that.
Right.
Everybody else in me want to sit back and just chill. I mean, you probably gonna be mad at me. Cool.
That's why
We
you
gonna
the
talk
Storm.
after this meeting.
No, bro.
No, that's just
The gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Gatekeeper. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, like you cared for your. Like I think everybody on this damn couch, even J-Bo on the chair, we all cared to see our city win. We're going.
I'm a firm believer in putting the city on.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
This what we sprouted
What you think,
from.
man?
You know what I'm saying? This what we got watered at.
Actually,
It was no, not at all.
Not
Actually,
yet?
guess what? I will be. But I'll
look.
tell you what. Look, when you first came by at the studio, I told him, I say what? I say, yo, I was like, yo, Storm's going somewhere. Right or wrong, just say yes or no. You don't gotta say nothing else. I said, dog, she's going to the top of it. Here, she's gonna end up controlling this shit here. I just knew it. I knew it then.
Everybody- I think
And that was back
everybody
in
felt
when?
that, though.
In 17, 18?
I think everybody
was
felt that. Hey, Gusto, man, I want to have
We've been
you
on each other for a
over.
while.
Sit on the couch,
Gusto, come
Gusto.
on over, baby.
Sit
Come
on
on,
the
Gusto.
couch. You
Boy, you better go quick.
You smoke your little weed.
That's all I was trying to leave.
God, Gusto, what are we
Gusto,
doing?
sit on the fucking couch, man.
Introduce yourself.
Sit on the couch, Gusto. Yeah.
All right, now we over
Gusto?
here. We over here like this.
Like, what's...
Well,
You been an artist coming out of St.
Gusto,
Louis.
what's the damn deal?
Gusto, you been an artist coming out of St. Louis. Like, how hard is it you getting on the radio and going to do shows and just working a record? How hard is it?
I mean, it's hard, but not really when you just push it and work it.
Yeah.
A lot of people give up on it. I'm hella consistent, so
Right. So you do a lot of stuff. You do party promoting. You do goddamn artist development as well, and you write for a lot of people. You actually got a record out with that you wrote for Chingy, right?
Nah, facts on me.
Yeah, I did my research and shit.
The new single about the
That's dope. How does that feel working with somebody on that platform?
I mean, I done got emails to write hooks for Cardi, Ty Dolla $ign, PJ, K-Ron. So I mean, people been hitting me up.
So you really moving?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of writing.
So it's just like, so you got a whole team. Who all involved?
Me and Ash.
Okay.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Two-man team.
Like you're kind of a southern guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you just like to put yourself into the work.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying? But
say less is my motto.
say less. Oh, so you let Ashley do all the talking, huh? That's what's up.
Ashley going to like, I mean, guys, like, we really have to, come on, guys.
That is really me.
But that's how a team works, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody got a position, right?
Huh? Oh,
Gusto need to get on a bold beat.
we do like a
Like,
tape.
I ain't gonna even fake it, man. I see J-Bo in here working all night. Like, I look on camera, this nigga still working. Like, making about 15 beats a
the
night.
beats are fire. I got privy to I listened to like something that's coming soon, and the shit is just fire, front to back. Oh God, it's so
Tell
fire.
some of the guys about the
Fire,
privy of the team.
fire. Huh?
Tell some of the people about the privy of the team work. How a team works and the individual gonna learn.
Do you want me?
You feel what I'm
Nah, I
saying?
want you to answer that, cause like,
Whoever wanna answer.
Okay. I just feel like it's really good when people just know their roles. Meaning that like, yo,
Right.
it's kind of like sports. It's like, yo, if I'm put here to be, I guess, a rebounder and making and the enforcer, I guess, on the basketball team, I'm gonna use that as our metaphor today. Then do that, and then if I'm here, I'm the scorer. Then I'm the scorer. If I'm the one who's facilitating the plays, facilitate the plays. If I'm the coach. If you hit this, just nobody steps on each other's toes. It's like, yo, I'll let you be you. Now I'm gonna hold you accountable when you're not you.
Exactly.
That is how the checks and balances kind of get created.
that's what matters.
You see, like when you're not you, then I got something to say. But if you're doing your job, I need to do mine.
Right.
And then that's how we win.
And see, with a good team, your team got to be susceptible to that. Meaning, like, you got to take constructive criticism in order for a team to work.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If
But
you
keep it in
can't
locker
take
room,
that,
though. That's my main thing.
yeah,
Don't
keep it
put
in
that
locker
shit
room.
Don't put it
Damn
out.
right.
Not everybody business.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
yeah.
man, like shit. If me and him gonna talk to each other about some shit, maybe he unhappy with me about, I'm unhappy with him about. Guess what? We're gonna talk behind closed doors. We ain't
Right.
Be outside, like
Yeah, and that's what matters. We ain't trying to embarrass each other.
And saying that was behind closed doors is behind closed doors.
Hell
But when
yeah.
everybody walk out the door, everybody a chief.
Absolutely.
Everybody
You
achieves.
feel what I'm saying? But when we get behind closed doors and get in these meetings, you need to be held accountable for your job and your title. You know what I'm saying? But
If
when
there's
we
a
walk
title-
out of here, we a team and everybody a chief. You know what I'm saying?
And-
You got the expertise, you got the expertise, you got the expertise.
Ever embarrassed.
Hell no.
Your team.
Hell
On
no.
your
On that
team. That's
Hell
right.
no, man. Ain't nobody gonna do that. Cause I'm the type of dude.
No, I'm just saying this in general.
Nah,
I'm
that's-
just
that's
saying-
Like, no, I'm
That's
just saying on my
rules
strength.
of,
Like
teamwork.
and that's one thing. That's why I get out of business with a lot of people, because they might overstep. They don't know their lane, and it's like, come on, man. Like, I'm gonna play my lane, but you got to know your lane. And if you don't know it, I'm gonna step away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, and you seen it from hands on with me dealing with a lot of artists, a lot of whatever. Like, if I don't like the vibe, if I feel like you don't know your role or you don't understand the business the right way, I'm gonna try to teach you. But if I can't teach you, bro, I'm gonna shake.
But I will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak to Solo. Solo is like one of the most like giving and open people in this whole city.
Yes,
I feel
Lord.
personally that will literally give people opportunity and a chance. And I think that sometimes it's just that artists have to realize when they're being blessed that they're being blessed. Does that make sense? Like, 'cause sometimes I think that like when you work with different people, and it works on the other side too. Sometimes you have to be blessed to know you're working with a fucking skilled artist. Like, it is what it is. Either way it goes, it's just that both sides have to respect that, like, this person doesn't have to do this, and nor does the artist have to come to do this. But we're all trying to work towards the same goal. You know what I mean? But I do know this about yourself in particular is that you definitely have an open heart.
Yeah.
And it's being that your background and being an artist and you understand this. So therefore you want to bestow that knowledge upon these people.
I look at it like I love people. I use money. You get what I'm saying? I don't care about the money just off the jump, because the money gonna come long as we elevating together, regardless. Like, I love people first, and I use the money. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this to you young brothers. As a matter of fact, hold on, we ain't gonna let Gusto get out of this shit. Man, fire that shit up, boy. We gonna get you to talk. Yeah. But let me say this to you young brothers, man. When it comes to a team, man, put money second, put the team first.
That's all it is.
What it's about.
Put money second. Cause the money gonna come if your team solid, man.
Yeah.
That shit gonna grow. No matter what, man, it's gonna grow. Put that money second.
Yeah.
Because you got to establish the relationship with the team
That
first.
is it.
Because if it ain't no trust in the team, the money ain't gonna go.
It's built off trust.
You know what I'm saying? Every motherfucker gonna think it's an apple tree out there.
Yeah,
They gonna
I'll
put the
even go
apple when they
deeper.
get
Like,
home.
yo,
You
this
feel
whole
what I'm
thing
saying?
it's just a value system. Money is a value system.
Yeah.
Meaning that, like, we got to create value. So the only way we'll be able to create value, we got to work together. We work together, we create value, you get money.
Right.
Or also this is that, like, when people are working together, like, this becomes like an economy. You know what I mean? To where it's like, just stay down, trust me. Let's just say if the money isn't a lot at first. Trust me, people who hold together can scale things together, because the shit just scales upwards. Because it'll literally just show you the more value you can actually provide, the more money comes in. Like, if we're able to make like more records that people appreciate, guess what? The more money we make. You know what I'm saying? But right now, even if we're making a little bit of money off of the records that off the appreciation that we've gotten so far, but if we continue to stay together and keep rocking and keep going, boom, 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 all it does is just scale upwards. And I tell people a lot of times, like, you're absolutely correct that when you're talking about money, it's like people always, oh man, man, listen, just provide value. The money coming, I promise you.
Money gonna
If you
come.
become great, and whatever you do, I promise you, I don't give a fuck. It could be the best plumber.
Right.
He don't come in here and gonna ask for a lot of fucking money. Because he deserve it. Because he is the best fucking plumber in the fucking area. So you gotta make yourself valuable. Make yourself valuable, you're gonna make money.
That's right. That's right.
Hey.
Gusto. Nah. I know I'm peeping you. You're a man of not so many words. But when you get in the lab and when you get to with your team, it's like when you explain your vision, do they get it right off top? Or you just be like, Ash, let me show you what I'm talking about, man.
Well, the thing with Ash, shit, honestly, I wasn't even the rapper. I was the one behind the scenes doing the shit, like Solo said.
So that means you got game then.
Yeah, it was him that was like, nah, your voice decent or whatever. You actually like got the potential to do everything for everybody else. So why don't you try to do something? So shit, honestly, he the one who made me consider rapping. But then now that I start rapping, he don't really give me no input. He be like, shit, just I'll let you
go there.
Yeah. He was like, shit, you the one with the young wave. So you know what I'm saying, you do it and shit. It's cracking.
Where you from in St. Louis? What neighborhood?
Shit, St. Louis County. I went to Redmond High School.
Okay.
Redmond.
How old are you, bro? How old are you?
29.
29. That's what's up.
North.
I used to get y'all motherfuckers buckets.
Did you?
Shit, not when I was in school.
Shit. Well, yeah, I'm on
Well, this
7.
boy always talking
I'm
about
on
he's
7.
throwing buckets.
No
man.
lie, bro. Like,
I'm old head, man. I
a
throw
nigga-
so many hook
a
shots.
nigga will tell you, if they come on this show, I bring somebody on this show to tell you, bro. I used to give niggas buckets in the city.
Yeah, I used to get
I ain't doing this shit
buckets
now.
all around
Now I'm
the
giving
city
you
when I was
records.
33,
Now I'm
boy.
giving you deals. I'm giving you records.
Gusto.
Hey,
What did I just say
hey.
about this man?
Hey,
We was
J-Bo,
out,
how
we
many
was out.
buckets I used to get
Tell us,
him
nigga.
when
Hey, we was
33.
out.
Tell us,
We was
nigga,
out.
man.
Let me tell you something. We was out. What'd I say? Literally, we was out. I said, bro, he can fly.
Like, I used to dunk on niggas for a living, bro. Like, fuck the weight. I used to dunk on niggas
He
for a
can
living.
fly.
Like, jump on. I won
We gotta
hooping
get a jump session
What the? Well, I ain't dunking now, nigga. I'm fat. Like, what the fuck we talking about?
What you can do?
I do got that, though. I do got that.
I got one of them now.
Hey,
Yeah. Like I'm still quick, but I ain't up there dunking on niggas. Got a bad knee.
Quick. No, talking about quick, boy.
All right, well, all we gotta do is get on the court. Fuck it, cigar talk on the court. What's up?
You
We
hear?
smoke cigars.
Lights.
Yeah, I go pass out.
Oh God, we're gonna die.
Keep an ambulance nearby, please.
Goddamn, call my therapist. I gotta do
five.
I gotta do cryotherapy next week. But no lie, man, I just appreciate y'all coming on the show. Like 100%. Like Princess Storm, you didn't have to do this, motherfucker. Like literally, I talked to you earlier, and you was like, you know what? Hey man, we supposed to do this show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that was dope.
I don't mean to cut you off,
Yeah.
but before we go, I got
Don't
to
do
ask
that.
her one question.
Don't do that.
How does it feel being on the other side of the spectrum? You getting interviewed instead of doing the interview.
That's hard.
It's cool.
Means something.
It's cool, but what?
I mean, it's cool. I really don't talk a lot.
Yeah.
Even though I work on the
See,
radio.
I can't believe that one because you
Yeah.
majored in
I'm about to talk
journalism and
Scorpio.
communication, so I can't believe
Get me out of here.
November 4th.
So
Scorpio
all I'm
season.
saying is
Yes,
you're going to
Lord.
have to come a little bit better before
No,
we
listen.
leave this thing.
No, listen. It's really cool, and I wish that more people knew what I did or like understood what I did, but I don't do it for that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's cool, because most people don't even know I've been doing radio for 10 years. They feel like I just started, and I'll be like, okay. Or they feel like I owe them something. I'm like, you know how many people I done already gave back to? Or I done paid my dues to? What do you mean I owe you? Like, we don't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little different. And too, because I'm a mom. You know what I mean? So my love for it is still there, but my love for raising my son is also my new passion. You know what I mean? So that's why I say it's cool. You know, I appreciate it. When he hit me up, I was like, oh yeah, I do it. I don't do interviews
question.
either, so that's the other thing.
That question was strictly just
know how
to
to
tell
get a nigga
you
on the
too
show.
that you
Got some
deserve to
relationships out
be
here.
listened to
Oh, thank you.
opposed to you making other people listen to
me.
other people.
Yeah, or listen to
You
other
feel
people.
what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So therefore, we just letting you know
But
you need to be heard too.
But
Yeah.
how can we find Princess Storm? Where can we find her at what time of the day can we find you on the radio?
So I got my new show, The Storm Show. It's from 3 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. You catch me on the radio.
Talking some real
Yeah, I do trap trivia at 3 o'clock.
I was trying to call in today.
Did you know the answer? Because I don't think you knew the answer.
What was the first song that Kanye West
Ever
in the
recorded
studio?
in the studio.
Quiet.
That's wrong.
that's wrong.
No,
That's hella
his
wrong.
very first song was
Ever recorded.
You a Kanye West?
Are you talking? No, are you
Listen
talking
to the
about
question.
producing
Listen,
or recording
I
with
hate
his voice?
black people. Y'all always want to do
Be
what
technical.
y'all want to do. Right. You heard what I
She said, we too
No.
smart.
Damn, Gina.
the very first song Kanye West ever recorded. Did you watch the documentary?
Close it out.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I got you.
No, it's wrong. Nobody's gonna get it right. It's called Green Eggs and Ham. He recorded the song when he was 13 years
You
old.
know what I did?
He went. You typing on
All right,
Google?
she went.
Googled that
That'd be like
motherfucker.
Wrong.
them records you was playing.
That's why I gotta do real research.
I'm like,
to
fuck,
make
man, what the
people
fuck do you think the name
think
of that
about
song
it.
was?
But in the documentary, they dropped the 3-part documentary.
Yeah.
His mama was like, he recorded this song
No,
and he
you
did
did it.
this.
You
And
might show it,
y'all know his mama was a teacher.
Yeah.
So when he came with her with a rap, like, mama, this about
very
Dr.
first- no,
Seuss,
did
you
you
know what I'm
mention
saying?
first-
Can you pay for me
Right.
some studio time? She like, you might be up to something. I'm gonna pay
Yes,
for
I know
it.
that.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
he
Right.
finessed
I know
his
who's on
mama into believing in his career early on, and she
Right.
was like his #1 fan. And I knew that because I watched the doc or whatever. I was like, ain't nobody gonna get this right. A real Kanye fan gonna have
Good
it.
morning.
Help our plug
I
get a
remember
commercial.
that ever.
We hook you up with some people. That's easy.
Yeah, we need a commercial. Hey, you know, Dirty, close the shit out. I think I'm drunk.
Hey, this is Cigar Talk. We got Princess Storm. We got AB. Gusto, we gonna get you back on here because you
Yes,
ain't
Lord.
say enough. And we got our man, CEO Solo, CEO J-Bo,
Yes,
the
Lord.
man in the house, and I'm Dirty and we out.